the wind was swirling fairly hard, and then when we were actually warming up, the rain wasn't there. So by the time we came out, we said no jackets, and then sure when we came out, it was a full storm. So I suppose we managed them well, and we kind of prepared well for it. So it was fairly attritional. Like, we knew they were going to be quite a big pack and quite big out in the back. So the impacts were quite large, and it took 20 minutes to break them down. Like, all credit to them. They dealt well with the conditions as well, and it was just a tough battle up front, really. So you could say they had the benefit in having a few games before, and then us coming off the back of a break, we could have been a bit rusty. But I think the credit to us all. I think for the last 2 weeks we've trained well, and we were trying to create match scenarios as much as we can. So run into this game, we felt quite prepared and happy with how it went. The brand of rugby they play, they're quite unpredictable. Like, they're great individual rugby players. They can offload and everything. So it's hard to know what to expect when we go over there. Today we didn't see them in their full light with the conditions, and so we're facing a completely different animal when we're going over to, I suppose it's their summer, so it's a lot better. Like we always say, that competition drives us to get better. You're always trying to work on the areas you're bad at, and then also work on the areas you're good in. So as a unit though, we're all Penny, Josh, Dan, we're all happy to work together and build each other to be better players, and I think that's what's driving, I suppose, the standard, and we hopefully keep that going, that competition. I found out fairly quick when there was an overthrow, and I couldn't even put my two hands to it. So it was after that, I suppose it was nearly up to jumper and just be a bit more secure with it. But we also have to back ourselves as rugby players and to try play, and you saw Frawley and the lads were quite well at executing plays that on a day like today some teams mightn't go for, and all credit to the lads, the backline, they were well drilled. Like, the footing isn't really a problem these days. We've had in the last couple of weeks a few problems where lads have been wearing studs maybe a bit too small, so it's nearly before the game, we're nearly going around looking at each other's studs, making sure no one's slipping up, and because I suppose if you slip up, you're making the lad inside you look bad. So now we're quite well prepared in that aspect. The tries weren't really individual efforts. Like, at the end of the day, it was quite a pack driven. The tries were quite pack driven. We had a good set piece and we're happy with them all, and someone has to finish at the back of it, and now we're delighted with how it went.